Hi, welcome. I thought I would do a quick reading, maybe covering the weekend or going into next week or just whenever you come across this video. I think is when you're meant to hear the messages, hopefully. So I don't really have a specific purpose for this. I thought I might try something different. And you also might think of implementing this, like if you use the playlist that I've made, the Odyssey and the other suit playlists. But thinking of like maybe the major arcanas, obviously major arcana, the Odyssey, but as like the event or the overall mood influence, and then the different suits as like who, what, where, and when. Earth being who, swords being what, that could kind of switch, but usually where is fire and when is cups. So at least that's how it usually works out for me, but you may have already made your own associations, and if so, that's great. And whatever works for you. I hope this will apply to a broad scope of people, and it is general, so keep that in mind. You're welcome to pull cards along with me to see how these messages may apply to you in a more direct or personal way. And yeah, I'm just going to kind of let the cards direct the conversation and just see where, what universe, God, source, whatever you believe in, energies of love, and creativity want to talk to us about, and just kind of go from there. So just try to keep an open mind to context, taking things out of context, applying them to whatever it is you're wondering about, needing clarity on, or need to develop further or whatnot, and stay open-minded to timing as well. As it's going to be different for everyone, so it's past, passing, coming to be. So let's see what the cards want to say. What do they want to start? Four of Swords. So Four of Swords. And King of Wands. So I'm also going to try to, usually I get so caught up with trying to fill every minute with talking or explaining. I'm going to try to, and I forget to feel my way through the reading as well. So I'll try to just let you see the cards and some sort of temple or tomb or just place of rest. Or 4 letters for something or other. And the King of Wands could be a fire sign. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or just someone embodying that, but also aware location. This is usually far distance, represented by that desert area in the background. So, but this could have to do with creative thought and swords representing your mind and taking a breather, time out. Maybe it's hothead. So I feel he's just kind of either thinking back to a certain time or looking forward to getting some rest. What's to come, we'll just sort of leave that out, but I'll pull from this Art of Life Tarot. Seven of Cups. Whoso loves believes the impossible. Elizabeth Barrett Browning, Eugene Manet, and the Isle of Wight by Berthe Morisot, 1875, Paris, France. I think this came up for the last reading. Seven of Cups. I usually think of it as some sort of hypnotic or like being hypnotized. That would come up for this. Maybe not so much this specific painting, but usually it's just having a lot of options to pick from. So like thinking over all your options, maybe thinking over what it is you really want or how you feel about a situation, maybe just taking, again, some time off just to sort of think of thought experiments. Be any four-letter word too. I also think of the fourth house, being inside somewhere, being in a crypt or something. He's like in Egypt, so like some sort of tomb. Four locations, maybe. 4 days. It's gardening. Justice is on the bottom. These cards came up for the last one, and I didn't really shuffle, so I'm gonna reshuffle. But this is Van Gogh and Detroit Institute of Arts, USA, and William Shakespeare quote. But, yeah. It's also 11, 4, 7, 11. Gateway. I think of the seventh house, which is originally ruled by Libra. And Libra is usually associated with the Justice card. Maybe it's a little bit of a carryover from the last reading. Thinking about your life. How does this affect people? The Two of Cups. This came up for the last one too, but another Elizabeth Barrett Browning. I love you not only for what you are, but for what I am when I am with you. The Terrace at St. Andres, Claude Monet, MoMA, New York. So again, being sort of like by the seaside, maybe wanting to be, wishing, high by the beach. Nine of Pentacles. Like a little mascara. Let's see. This Two of Cups could be like a meeting. Also, beyond it's like a coming together of two people. Just wanting to go by the beach. Seven of Cups, like fantasy, a movie. be looking up anything. Looking up a law or a rule. Be looking up a rule for Four of Swords, Justice, Law. Usually there's someone like looking up at all of Cups, options, kind of feelings. Yeah, it can be like hypnotized, it can be like just amazed at what you see in front of you, some sort of hallucination. It can be like a aha moment or something. Just finally pick an option, the thing that you want, the thing that you really kind of. I just thought of like picking out prizes at a carnival, like as a little kid, and just kind of like wanting all of it. You have like a certain amount of tickets and you want all the different stuffed animals. That's kind of what the card reminds me of sometimes. Like a thought bubble, thinking of all the things you have to do. Two of Pentacles is on the bottom. Dancers, ballet, happiness, not in the mere possession of money, it lies in the joy of achievement and the thrill of creative effort. Franklin D. Roosevelt, Blue Dancers by Degas. Pushkin Museum, Moscow, Russia, 1899. Blue period. Having a blue period. Seeing the world through different colored lenses, different filters, different moods, different emotions, I guess. Being able to like pick and choose emotions and things like that. I like that, yeah. Blue colored glasses. Blue instead of rose colored glasses, like having a blue lens. I think people get what I mean. I'll pull a few more. Just Tool and ballerinas or ballet, how it's going to the ballet. Two Pentacles, balancing again, though traditionally it's like maybe that's what has to do with dancers, like balancing act sometimes, finances, shuffling around finances, like having to balance your checkbook or something, like maybe wondering if you have enough to cover whatever it is you want to do this weekend, like maybe seeing two sides of the same coin sometimes, or just knowing that there's two sides of everything. 2 by 2, 22 though, or Justice, which is 11, 2, 2, or 22, or 4. 22 though is a master number, 11 is a master number too, so it's 2. But yeah, it's the link. What's connecting the dots, connecting to someone, maybe, to someone. 7 of Cups. Believing the impossible. It's also kind of saying 7 of Cups is like to not be like delusional, that kind of thing. Too dreamy, maybe, or too. Maybe you can't ever be too dreamy, but you know what I mean. Like just keeping things in justice in line, keeping things in line, level-headed. Again, going back to what I think I said earlier, hot-headed, so staying level-headed. Justice often means the law, or going by the rules, maybe. There's a movie coming out, I think, called Detroit. Four of Cups. When the music changes, so should the dance. Dance in the Country by Renoir, 1883, Say d'Orsay, Paris, France. Some sort of fan. It reminds me of something, but yeah, just like kind of classical, like ballroom dancing. Four of Cups, though, is not noticing that something is right in front of your face. Usually, and the Seven of Cups is kind of like that too. Like you have maybe feel like you have a lot of options, but really it's it's picking what's right for you, noticing what's right for you. But yeah, maybe I'll switch. Death is on the bottom here. Death and Life by Gustav Klimt, 1911. Another 11. Death twitches in my ear. Live, he says, I am coming. Virgil. It's like quilt patchwork. Big mound of clothes. But it could be like a transformation. Four of Cups can sometimes mean like love. I mean, anything having to do with emotions, and four again too. So again, maybe 4 days, 4 months, for whatever you. 13 reduces down to 4. So 2 and 2, 4, 4, 11. It's 22 somewhere. It's really impressionist, like freedom and the simplicity of like movement. I just like keep seeing one big broad brush stroke, like, and how maybe the emotion behind it, or the way in which it's put on the canvas, being more beautiful than something with a lot of maybe detail, or I don't know what I'm trying to say exactly, where that's coming from. Where that's coming from. Just the simplicity of brushstrokes. I just want to, and just keeps also like clothing, like just a lot of like mohair and a lot of just very plush, like turning this painting basically into fabric, and what would that translate to, and just seems so like, maybe like fur, but also just anything sort of cozy, light, textured brush strokes. Yarn. Four of Cups, though, I was going to say, also can mean past lives, too. It's another card for that. Just thinking things over, being really fascinated or interested in something. Maybe very focused. from this Romance Angels. Any more cards down here? Let's see, clarity. You deserve love. This also came up for the last one. So again, like aiming your arrow, things going across something. Yeah, just sort of. Hair is very, I don't know. But again, it kind of reminds me of the Eight of Wands, and things going across borders, railroad tracks, any sort of lines going across fast communication, rapid development, things becoming very fast. Just one thing after another. But yeah, you deserve love. I don't know, I feel like I'm missing something, so now I'm like kind of distracted, but like. Make the effort. Whoa. Chemistry and learning and forgiving. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Giving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in the present moments. So this reminds me of the Magician card, chemistry, or the alchemist, making something at the table, using all these like different tools that that you have at your disposal to like sort of, makes me think of a hardware store. Yeah, making something, constructing something, putting something together. Chemistry, mixing and merging, combustion, energy, magnetic attraction. What was I listening to? It was something. Sometimes just phrases stand out to me, and I don't remember exactly where I heard it or what the context was. So I just keep hearing like nuclear fusion. Let's see. Don't have enough room here. Maybe I will. Look that up because I don't know what that is. I mean, as much as nuclear, I assume like some sort of, I don't really know. Magnetic attraction. Wikipedia. I will read it. In nuclear physics, nuclear fusion is a reaction in which two or more atomic nuclei come close enough to form one or more different atomic nuclei and subatomic particles, neutrons or protons. The difference in mass between the products and reactants is manifest in the release of a large amount of energy. The difference in mass arises due to the difference in atomic binding energy. It's like a really loud plane going by overhead. Between the atomic nuclei, fusion is the process that powers active or main sequence stars or high magnitude stars. I don't know. Two more and collide at a very high speed and join to form a new nucleus. I feel like that's like what we've been talking about here. you know, everything sort of being a metaphor for that. Yeah. Yeah, so I think I kind of want to say like the energy between like planets and just if you think of our like astrological makeup in a way, that energy creating different energies between two people within their own personal sort of makeup of astrological placements and whatnot. And yeah, I just realized usually I associate the wands with like bloodlines. Sometimes that's what it refers to. And yeah, bloodlines. And that makes me think of DNA and the 4 different, what is it, ADGC, one of those, which anyways, I haven't looked at this in like a while, and that's why I'm kind of forgetting, because it's not really something that's usually on the forefront of my mind, but forefront of my mind, but yeah, that's also what I connected those data plays to, and 4 strings, vocal cords, 4. I hope people know what I'm talking about. I feel like there's probably a few of you that probably do, but the data plays are all based on all these different elements, and I brought them all together and connected the stars and the midpoints between planets, kind of like that nuclear fusion, like that where that overlap is, that midpoint between 2 placements of 2 planets at any specific time. And those midpoints corresponded to, musical instruments and language, cued speech, phonetic way of teaching children to read lips, and it's all based on like 4 hand movements, like you would say, like, I don't know where I'm going on tangents tonight, but say like, hi, my name is, there's different consonants for your hands and placements of where you talk about it and where the sound comes from. So they say, even children that are not hard of hearing they should use this with them to help them learn how to read quicker, to, pronunciate words quicker, better, whatever. Anyways, but like to say like, hi, my name is Caitlin. And you always come back to the starting position. So like, I connected that to the days, calendared days, months, years, and also to DNA. Music notes, to see what would the connection be between, watching these points on your screen, these data points on your screen of placements. Each dot represents a placement in the sky between different constellations and midpoints of planets and notes and all that. Kind of condensed down. I also think of Andy Warhol's like soup cans, and it's like taking the broadest scope of something and trying to condense it down, into something that is understandable or tangible. But I think that's like the essence of like pop art. But anyways, like yeah, so the play is trying to find those dots, each one represented by a DNA pair as well. So just showing how the different DNA pairs can mix and match, and work also coordinate to the planetary movements. And it got me thinking about like epigenetics, which is actually what those data plays were, or those data program was actually created for, is a epigenetics program at the Albert Einstein College in New York, for epigenetics research. I just turned it into this, using it, creating this system and data plays out of it. But yeah, it's kind of interesting to think about how you could, how to explain to people exactly, but everything that you see going on in the data plays and everything that I've talked about before, also connecting that to DNA, and how the idea that we can change our DNA through our thoughts. And so again, connected to music and visual stimulus and movement, and just different placements and rhythm and all of that, maybe develop further. But really, I think, kind of interesting part of that project, of that work, and epigenetics is interesting, and and then DNA, and I was a part of a visualization initiative there. They brought in people that are not scientists, data scientists, and more so in the creative fields, as creative experts, to help people, scientists, look at data in new ways, ask questions that may be obvious to others, but to get the, to look at things in different perspectives, think outside the box, kind of, and I was just getting started with that when I moved back to Chicago. But really interesting work that they're doing there. Let's see, I don't know how. Chemistry. Long tangent. But yeah, creating that sort of, again, going through each person's individual DNA makeup, astrological, bring that all together and creating this sort of just different magnetic chemistries with different people, but also could be literally chemistry, and maybe like a chemistry person, maybe. Yeah, so just fill out. This is the Seven of Pentacles. That came up for the last one too. Watching over, looking over something, watching something grow. Taking your time with something, putting time into something, waiting patiently maybe, or not. It can be reverse, deciding that you've sort of done as much as you can with that specific thing, and you need to move on and not put more time into it. 7, something else, another 7. Crops, harvest, vineyard, location. 10 of Wands, heavy. Is it like, is that what we just talked about with the new, something with heavy and lightweight, The masses, heavy mass. Yeah, heavy mass, colliding chemistry. Crossing the threshold, crossing the line, crossing the finish line. Two of Cups again. If I did these readings based on when I had manicures, I would never do these readings because I'm never ready. Whatever. Two of Cups again. So coming together, crossing to the other, maybe seen from the other person's perspective. Wanting to be done with something, carrying a lot of Four of Cups just popped out again. There you go. That's Tower. It's kind of like that questioning chemistry, colliding into someone, being surprised, thrown off, some sort of shake-up. 16, 7. This is the Five of Wands. Maybe the fifth house. Competition, field game, infighting, play fight. Again, sort of just like trying to build or construct something. Maybe not all being on the same page, not having all read the same like instruction book or manual or that kind of thing, and just someone trying to direct the crowd to put something together, to connect the different pieces. It's like everyone wanting to have an opinion, everyone having something to say, a lot of different things going on, and just maybe different objectives or something like that. And a lot of energy. Sometimes it can just be like a field or like a playground or something like that. Can be like a little bit of confusion, just a lot of chaos sort of too. I want to say like just like just everyone wanting to get their word in kind of thing, and maybe someone needing to like take charge. Four of Cups again. Maybe horrible. Yeah. So again, he's like not looking. He's not paying attention. That there's this like fourth cup offering more stability, maybe. Sometimes I think of like having a field day, or sometimes I think of like the creative industry, or the sun. There's that gray horse, childlike energy, like a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of action, a lot of power behind your words, maybe. Power with what is it you're creating. Tower, power, I think of like Tesla. Oh my God, that just like flew out of my hand. It will. Tesla. And tower, electrical tower. He was creating experiments there. He was supposed to be doing something else. And it got shut down. Just power outage. Tesla. my god, my cat is like... So Three of Cups. Toast, a celebration, something good to excited about. Knight of Pentacles on the bottom. That seems to come up for every card. I don't know what that was. There's something out there. Crossing over. Anyways, maybe, coming to the end of some sort of thing that's been maybe weighing on you, or like just a lot of ideas, a lot of things on your mind, just feeling a little bit overwhelmed with it all. And they're wearing red and blue, just opposites. Emperor. 4 again. So someone just kind of like head guy, someone who's very much in charge. They could look like that, or they could just, just be their job title. General, someone in the military, someone that is just kind of, he looks pretty stern, but like, they're just, very together. What is going on? This is the Two of Wands. This is also kind of so, and I think of like looking things up on the World Wide Web. Also, the kind of started to think about must be like a rack, but the astrological wheel and the the horizon line there, and that being kind of like the equator, and it's supposed to kind of work that way, but as far as locations go and things like that, also latitude, longitude, got the 2 before the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Cups twice, and I noticed that like at least comparing it to my birth chart and where the planets were, kind of nearby, like Australia, where a bunch of my planets are. The Five of Wands, 5th house. What is going on? But yeah, on the Five of Wands, that's, I usually think my 5th house, like that area in my chart, that's kind of where, like, if you were to compare it to a big globe, like where Australia would be. And the numbers that were coming up too were the cards that came up for the last reading. So maybe like comparing, latitude, longitude, with some of the numbers for just different locations to be, again, Aries, Capricorn, Taurus, mountainside, just very just, these are really small cards. Just not putting up with any sort of bullshit, I guess. Oops. World. 4 corners of the world, and this often means travel too, by the way. The 4 corners of the world, Here's the 2 of Pentacles again. And balancing 2 by 0, Fool, and this is Temperance. 14, again, that sort of mixing of energies, mixing of keeping keeping things going, constant momentum kind of thing, from one to the other. Or Sagittarius, 14, 5, and the world. Maybe traveling the world, the globe. Let me not show you my nails. 21, just reduced down to a 3, 2, so 3, 5, 5, 5, and 5, 0. You have the 0 here too. Being in confinement or something too. Sometimes I feel like it's like the world's watching, or Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or Leo again. So you can kind of see Leo's down here too. This is mirrored backwards, but yeah, Leo, Aquarius, opposite signs. Infinity, being in like a little bubble. Your safe place. Stepping out of to a new, very beginning of something. New trip, it's first leg of a trip or travel or something. Temperance, though, is usually finding balance, harmony, enlightenment, it's feeling peace, calm, tranquility. And we have the Emperor here too. So, inside out, or winds of change, though, I think of too a little bit. They're all in clouds and travel. It's windy. North Pole, South Pole. Yeah, the infinity signs at North Pole and South Pole, so some sort of donut. 14, though. I mean, this is usually a sign for Sagittarius. The triangle in space. This is oil, not water, that she's mixing. So I think of like, it does kind of look like going to the car wash, or I don't know where that came. Like if I didn't have Chained to the Rhythm, Katy Perry's at 20, to kind of go with the timeline more, I would have it for 14, because that is, I mean, she's at a gas station and she's mixing oil, but it could be baking, mixing, weaving elements together, weaving. Oh my God. Mixologist. I just thought. Mixologist, mixing things together, weaving time together, space and time, weaving space and time together. The 2 there, and 0. Time's just a trip. I mean, this is coming full circle with something 0 and a full. So what do you need to start with? What do you need to finish up? How are you going to do that? What needs to be more balance? What needs to be more harmony? What do you need to connect the dots? What else do you need to do in order to find that space between? This is where the space between concept came from. This card, Temperance. Just radiating out light, though, like radiate. Gas station too. So I just say Tesla or something before. 2 5s, 21. Just again, links. Multiply. Long division. I don't know where that came from. Long division. Let's see, is there anything else? 7 of Cups again. Here you go. Having a lot of options and things to look at, grab at, or like take care of or cover. 7 again. 7 being like something that brings you some clarity, something that brings you, even just choosing something and it's moving you forward somehow. Bringing clarity to situations, seeing through the fog, seeing through the dust, seeing through seeing the big picture though too, and like seeing all the separate elements and parts and how it all kind of works together. Things in the clouds. I think of being at a cinema or like a big screen too, watching something on a big screen. Something ahead, looking forward ahead to something. Oh, moon's on the bottom. Looking forward ahead to something. Fantasizing about something. Oh my god, I think there's like a really big animal out there. It's like kill something. Like don't or just a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. But that just popped out to point to me. So, or one person, one of those. Your something, your moon maybe, your moon, because the water and the moon came up right before that. So again, 4 cups, electricity. That's why I have electric feel there. Water, connectivity, electricity. Amplifying something, creating, moving your going with the waves. High Priestess. Pomegranates. The waves are behind her. So is the entrance to like the other world. So it's another 2. 2, 4, 24, 4, 6. life path. Crescent moon waves, lifting the veil, seeing again through something, seeing beyond what's right in front of you. I also feel like it's a reminder to feel to feel your way through something. So now I feel nervous. But it's okay. Everyone just looks very much like just cross-legged, just, like, goes very well. Her, and him, like, opening up, like, needing to not be so covered, like, just covered in water. Yes, Three of Wands. Deliveries, mail, sometimes communications, waiting for your ship to come in. Looking out over something again. Six of Discs, giving something to some people that need something or want something, going to a restaurant. Six, sort of just asking for help, giving away something, giving you charity, like hope, like volunteering to like a homeless shelter or something. Gone on a lot of different tangents here, a lot of different subjects, but that's probably what the 7 is. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of different areas to cover. Is there anything to be aware of for the next few days? 15. Again, the 7 of Pentacles. King of Cups. This is being, like sitting on like some sort of finding your own little island, like sitting on some sort of like in the midst of emotion, finding that, kind of waiting for your, like a raft or something too. And, or Scorpio, just someone who can like feel emphatically, sympathize, caring, loving, family man here, like Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or just being, again, by the water, thinking it over, wishing you could be by the water, like after work or something, working by the water, wanting to be, and then the 10 of Wands again, so Justice again, Rule of the Truth, thinking things over too much, just needing to feel something and go with your cross, let it go. Once again, lovers, loving someone, yeah, so just admiring someone maybe, or just love. Two lovers can be having to choose between people or something like that, or just come together, or some sort of blessed union, or just finding someone attractive too. It doesn't always have to be a choice. It can just be, love, having some sort of affair, like affair like that, just pure love, pure creativity, like just abundance and newness, and just being like naive or something, maybe just open, vulnerable, exposed, trusting your gut, maybe your heart, trusting your heart to help you like finish up whatever it is you need to do, whatever it is you're wondering about, how you feel, just trusting your heart. What makes you fizz, magnetic chemistry, strong magnetic attraction. There we go, lovers. Wands, King of Wands, Queen of Wands, King of Wands. Your song. Just thought of with this card. This is like apprentice, learning on the job, like working things out, hammering out the details. Journalists sometimes writing things down, taking notes. 8. Three of Pentacles, like some kind of planning. Building, architecture, listening, detailed plans, looking over the details of something. Maybe looking over the details of something again, looking twice. Saturn, the devil did come up before. I usually think of Capricorn or Saturn with that card. This is Apprentice to Your Song. Okay, there's like some sort of sounds like a pig, or like maybe it's a raccoon. I don't know. to go look. I have to go look. This is what I look like looking with my phone, like what's there. So yeah, very descriptive sometimes. Or the hermit. Someone, just looking for the truth. Looking again, looking in the dark, seeing light step by step. 9. Spiritual, very spiritual card. Spiritual truth, following some sort of light in the darkness. So the 10 of Pentacles. Guy watching over 2 people again, like this. Oops, just lost this card. Yeah, this guy here watching over these 2 people, red and the blue. This is like heritage, family, like long generations of just like starting something now that will be very, very fruitful for the future. This is like really coming, to the end of something. 10 again, but like really feeling at home in your environment and just having all the things you need around that you've worked for, like beneficial family life, like it just mean like balance between right and left, like creative logic. 10 though, the tree of life, which is also on the temperance card, in the video. Yeah, the red and the blue, chemistry watched over by someone. Popped out before was 5. Changing what you think you know about a situation, maybe, or someone or something, like mind games sometimes, reconciliation a little bit. You just be 5 letters, 5 something, just kind of like bittersweet victory kind of thing, like you won, but so in some sort of like something that has to do with like maybe mind, some communication, something. 5 days, 5 letters, leaving, like capturing something from someone else, like or just sometimes just very literal, like 5 letters in a name, like 85, 10, 1. I just want to see, I don't know. I just wanted to say Danny for some reason. What is going on out there? It's just popped out. High Priestess again. Maybe if you don't see anything except my neighbor's light thing is on. Anyways, maybe I will do winged enchantment, encouragement. Let's see. Suggestions, encouragement. Hummingbird. I haven't gotten this one before. Just again, like all these like hattie fields. Like think of like a projection screen. Just lots of things coming to life at different times. Blossoming 17. It's a star. It's like sometimes I think of location too, or bridging the gap in typical tarot. destiny, future, star, where your star is. 17. So I think of Juno or Saturn, again, Uranus. Inspiration, small little pond, feeling and senses, multi-sensory. 17, also an 8. But this is, I am hummingbird, I am crater shaman, I am the burst of light in the darkness, whirling and weaving through the pattern of time. I create the nectars of life, I am the fragility of time and the strength of passion. I am the beauty of nature and motion. I advise you to keep your garden in order. I am the fleeting brilliance of the moment. I am here. I am the here and the now. When your world has ceased to make sense, I will be the one fluttering at your window. Hover precisely where you are and take a good look around. Take it all in before your next great adventure. I am luminosity. I am magic that happens with the first breath. Fool. I am the life that stirs at dawn. I am the opening of the flower in the spring. There's miracle in every particle of life. You are spontaneous action. You are divinity made manifest. You are the joy of movement. You are hummingbird. So, hummingbird, and think of just, fluttering about, fleeting music, fleeting moments. Looks like cells and kusama too, and those little dots and patterns. They look like CDs too. The CD emojis. Music, just creating patterns with movement from the different foldings and shapes. Creating different patterns. Movement that way, like tides and light. So, whatever it means to you. Just looking up and just taking it all in. I have to go tend to my garden. I hope this was helpful for people, and a little random, a little all over the place, but maybe get the wheels turning and to get you on your way, and help you see things in a different light or different perspective, and just spark something, make you think of something differently. Look into something a little bit more further. Two opposites go together. Two opposites. Sabella. Beginning and end. Pisces, the moon. Keeping things secret, close to your chest. A mixture of two energies. Anyways, I hope this was helpful. If you like the video, please share, like, subscribe, and always feel free to reach out to me with questions or suggestions or whatever it is that you're wondering about. Comment below. Thank you for joining me. And again, always use your own logic, discernment, intuition, judgment when making decisions. And hopefully, again, this was just a spark for you to open your eyes a little bit in a different way, look at things in a different light, different filter. And hope you enjoyed the reading. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Have a great week, whenever you see this. Okay, bye.